afternoon, my movie-loving brothers and sisters. Thank you guys for joining us on this Friday evening on the Screen Talk Live YouTube channel, where we talk about all things movies, movie news, and other screen-related stuff. I'm, of course, your humble host, Key Toothman. I am joined today by my friend and colleague and co-host, Lucas Farney. Lucas, how's it going, buddy?
Pretty great, man. How about you?
Oh,
Yep.
I could complain. I really could today,
But no need.
I don't think anybody really wants to hear it.
I mean, I'll listen if you need me to. But
Yeah, well, somebody needs to listen to it.
I'll listen.
But anyways, guys, long day today, but we're here. We have news. We have lots of stuff going on, lots to talk about on the show today. Just to get a few things out of the way off the top here, we do have an Xbox Series S we're giving away on the channel here. There's a video up for that. Go check it out if you haven't. But to give you a little rundown, if you send in a super chat during a live show, including today's live show, it enters you in for a chance to win that Xbox Series S. So make sure you guys are sending in super chats if you want to win that bad boy. Also, we do have our new channel membership up. Make sure you guys go check that out and join our channel membership to support us here at the channel to keep all this content coming to you. With that down, I think that's everything. I also did go check out Avatar: The Way of Water last night, and there's a small, quick out-of-theater review up on that. We're not going to talk about it here today, but if you want my just quick thoughts, go check that video out up on the channel if you haven't already. But with that down, we are going to jump into our first main topic today, and our first main topic today is this. So, we knew this Barbie movie by Greta Gerwig was coming. We've known for a while. We knew Margot Robbie was, she
is Barbie.
Yeah.
Literally.
She's Barbie. And then, of course, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling is a perfect Ken.
Yeah.
And then Simu Liu is in it. Shang-Chi, of course. Trying to think of who else was in it. There was someone else really big that I seen. But anyways, they dropped a little teaser trailer, just a small little thing today. I had a chance to check it out earlier today. It's really cool. It's hard to not like it. I mean, it's a Barbie movie, so part of me wants to be like, this is stupid. But hell, that's how I felt about the Lego movie, and that ended up being fucking ridiculously good. So if you can make a movie about small plastic building blocks be really good, then I'm sure you can make a movie about
small plastic
blonde
Barbie
dolls using Margot Robbie specifically be pretty good. So the trailer itself was good. I mean, it was in the style of 2001, which was really hilarious, right?
Great.
And yeah, it was a lot of fun overall. Like, I really enjoyed myself with the trailer. And then when we get to the other stuff outside of the 2001 stuff, it's very colorful, very vibrant. It's exactly what we expected to be. It looks great. It really does. Lucas, you seen the trailer just a minute ago. What are your thoughts, man?
Will Ferrell or Michael Cera? That's probably who you're thinking about, because I saw them both in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
But, I love as soon as, that's Wagner, right? Whatever the song at the beginning, as soon as that started.
You mean the one from
the intro from 2001?
Yeah.
As soon as that started, I paused it. I was like, dude, it's like 2001. But it really is. I mean, with the doll and everything,
smashing it.
That was hilarious.
Right.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, especially that first.
That's great marketing.
Bit. Yeah, it is. And
it really is.
I mean,
because it also speaks so much to the fact, right, that you have this again stupid idea for a movie, like the Lego movie, and then you put that with arguably the greatest movie ever made in that context. So it's so hilarious because you know what I mean? It works well because that's clearly what they've seen too. They're like, people think this is going to be stupid, but
it's not going to be stupid, but we're going to be smart about it too.
Right.
Well, because they open with their, since the dawn of time, there have been dolls. And that's true. That is. Facts. I mean, you go all the way back
and then there became Barbie. Right. The game changed that day.
So, just alone from those few lines or whatever, I'm very intrigued by the premise. I mean, I was going to see this movie regardless. Even from the first set photos that I saw of Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling there, it's perfect, dude. Perfect casting. I didn't realize it was just a teaser going into it. Mm-hmm. So when it was over in 37 seconds, I was like, wait, that's it? Mm-hmm. But, I rewatched it a second time right after, because it went so quick after you get through the 2001 homage or whatever, you get like
just
5
flashes.
seconds of
Yeah,
flash.
right.
But yeah, a lot of
See me
color
Lou
you can see.
dancing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it
for sure.
looks. I'm so intrigued by it, that to say the least. It's going to be interesting.
No doubt. Yeah, super colorful to say to say the least. That's for sure.
Yeah, Barbie
We
styles,
expected all that bright pink, but it's just popping. Can't wait to see that on the big screen. I bet that looks great.
Yeah, right.
But guys, if you guys had a chance to check out this Barbie teaser trailer with Margot Robbie and the rest of the beautiful bunch, if so, what are your guys' thoughts? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right. With that down, we are going to jump into our second main topic today. And our second main topic today is this. Lucas, I think we can both agree that one of the best Marvel games or superhero games ever that either one of us has ever played was that Spider-Man game that they released on PlayStation 4.
Oh, God,
right?
yeah.
And all we ever wanted was a sequel, and then we got a sequel in a Miles Morales version,
Which was just as fun.
Which it was. It was also a very great game. But the question's always been, when will we get the sequel to Spider-Man, the first one, right?
Well, we got that trailer for it back.
Right,
yeah,
right. So we know we're close, right?
Yeah.
And so I actually have this article that I want to pull up here that I have from Screen Rant. Now, if you see this, there's a little updated in parentheses. Now, this article at first had actually given a release date, and that's what I wanted to talk about here on the channel. However, there's been an update, and that update is, well, maybe our sources weren't so right, but it's definitely going to be in the fall. So the news is now, at least, that I want to deliver to you guys, is that it looks like that we're going to get this thing in the fall, which is really cool. I'm really excited about this. In fact, when this first came up, and I don't remember the date for the life of me, but when it said the date, I remember in my brain, I thought, okay, you have to have bought a PS5 by that date.
That's exactly what I was thinking too, yeah.
And I remember thinking that's the goal, because, I really
like
don't care,
November
because that's the only thing I would play on it. They do have that Logan or Wolverine game coming at some point. I would play that. Outside of that, I really don't really care. I mean, I would literally own a PlayStation just to play this Spider-Man 2 game.
I mean, you owned a PS4 just to play the one.
The first one, right. I only bought a PS4, which I later sold to you because the only reason I bought it was to play that Spider-Man game, because, I mean, I kept seeing stuff, and I mean, it looked so great. And everyone I knew was just bragging about it. So, but yeah, so not as much to report here as I wanted to. And I know we don't talk a lot about video games and stuff like that here, but hey, it's on your screen, and we love these things, and we definitely want to talk about them when it's something we enjoy. So sad that I can't actually give you a release date like I wanted to when I first, took this on as a thing to report on, but fall, hey,
anywhere between August and
fall
December,
2023, right?
Yep.
So at least we got something out of it. Lucas, you're hearing this information again. I know you love the game. I think you bought the PS4 for me with the game, right?
Yeah, I did,
So tell me, what are your thoughts about this game coming out next fall?
I mean, man, I was always an Xbox person growing up until this game, and until this game came out, and that was what made me originally switch to a PS4 in the first place, because it's so good. I mean, it's like Batman Arkham Asylum a lot, but it also reminds me so much of the that one old computer Spider-Man game, and then also all of the Spider-Man movie video games. But it's Miles Morales too. It was a little shorter, and I don't want to consider it technically a sequel. It's like 1.5, if you will, but but I've really been looking forward to this actual sequel to really. I mean, this one that's going to come out is going to be a sequel to both the original and Miles Morales, right? That Miles Morales is just the second half of that,
right?
But at the end, spoilers, at the end of the first one, you get what Harry has been. They'd been using the symbiote on him to heal him and everything, and then that was it, right? And then you don't really get word about anything related to that in Miles Morales. And then what was it, E3 or whatever, E23, whatever when they released the teaser with Venom in the shadows. I remember him saying it was 2023, and that was probably last year when it came out. Now,
oh, you're talking about the video game thing, E3 or whatever.
The trailer, but realistically, that's not that far away, and definitely I should probably start saving for.
Yeah, I got
PS5
plenty of time
right
to start paying, saving for that PlayStation 5. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is interesting, fun news, exciting. I know that most of you guys that are going to check this out are probably big fans of this game, just like we are. So, again, sorry I can't give you a real exact date, but at least we have an idea. Fall next year, not that far away. What are your guys' thoughts? What do you guys think about this? What do you think of the original one? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, with that down, we are going to move on to our third main topic today. And our third main topic today is this. During the year of 2019, me and my wife seen every movie possible. I think we've seen over 50 movies that year. And we tried to go 3 times a week as much as we could to use A-list up to get the best of the bargain. But at one point, there was a trailer for a movie called Alita Battle Angel. And I remember watching this trailer thinking, oh, how stupid. And I really could give a damn, and I really don't want to go to see this. But that was just our thing, was going to see movies. And this was like one of the big things that was happening that weekend. So we went and seen it. We went and checked it out. And surprisingly, man, I came out of that movie really loving it. I had a blast. And it, I don't particularly remember how it ends, but I know that I remember it setting up for another one. And I remember being even more excited, thinking, damn. And then it financially did pretty well. And I remember thinking, damn, I hope we really get this sequel. But then there was talks like, no, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Or if it happens, it won't be soon because Cameron's busy with Avatar and Robert Rodriguez is tied up doing what he's doing with Star Wars and all of this shit. So it seemed like we may not get it. But now we have this article here coming to us from Screen Rant that, and I love this title, that James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez swear a blood oath to make Alita 2. And let's read a little bit of this. The momentum for Alita Battle Angel 2 grows as James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez swear a blood oath to make the Alita sequel. After years of developing the live-action manga adaptation for himself, James Cameron eventually passed the baton to Robert Rodriguez to make Alita so he could focus on the Avatar sequels. Of course, why not? What else would you ever work on if you were James Cameron? The 2019 movie proved to be a possible success story for the 20th century as it made over $400 million worldwide. The movie was meant to launch a franchise, but Disney's acquisition largely put plans for the future on hold, and Cameron and Rodriguez then became busy elsewhere. Since Alita Battle Angel's ending directly set up a sequel, which we had just talked about, it has long been clear that there is room in the film franchise to continue. Now, producer James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez have sworn a blood oath to make it. The moment came as part of a virtual interview between the two filmmakers for Variety. They ended their conversation with Cameron saying they needed to make an Alita sequel, which Rodriguez agreed, leading to Cameron joking about making the virtual blood oath. Watch the exchange below. And guys, go check this out if you want to. This is really cool. This is really interesting between two, great filmmakers that, we love very much. Again, I really love this movie. Like, it really blew me away. I can't remember the lead girl's name, but she was great in it. I loved how it felt like CG, but it just felt different. It looked different. It looked like I don't know if you've seen the new trailers, Lucas, for the movie Megan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of has that look of like real and CG, or
almost animated.
Yes, but almost real or something. It's very smooth. I had a blast with it, and I'm not a big action guy, but this movie had heart. Like I've really fell in love with this movie, and this news is awesome for me, and I can't wait to hear more about this. Lucas, did you ever have a chance to check out the first Alita Battle Angel? If so, what'd you think? And what is your excitement level for a sequel?
Yeah, I did actually get to see it because my girlfriend at the time was working at the movie theater, so we got to go on a bunch of free dates. And I will say, I felt the same way about it. I saw a trailer for it, and I was like, oh, this is about to be a pile of garbage. But I'll go watch it. It's free. You know, I get to hang out with my girlfriend, and we get to just goof around on this movie, right? But I walked out of there, dude, it was awesome. I had, like, really no background knowledge other than the trailer. Like, as we were in the theater, I was, like, looking up the manga and stuff about it. But I really, really enjoyed that movie. There was a lot of heart in it. Christoph Waltz, I remember, and Rosa Salazar, the girl who actually played Lita.
Is it Leto? Who was it that played the guy up in the sky? It was Leto, wasn't it?
Leto, who's talking
Jared
about?
Leto? Who was it?
Oh,
no, it was someone big.
Ed Skrein, right? Or Mahershala Ali, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, maybe it was Mahershala Ali.
Well, because that's what I was getting to. Is he's the bad?
Yeah, he's the bad guy. That's right. That's who it was.
Yeah.
It was someone big. I remember thinking,
and that was
damn. Why did we didn't even get him in the movie? Really?
Well, and that was really the cliffhanger. A lot,
right? Yeah, that was the setup for the second part.
He was kind of in and out, but like. But this was him coming forward like,
right.
I
he
am
was
the big
kind of
bad.
like Palpatine
for sure.
early on in this.
For sure.
You know, you don't see him much, but you kind of know he's the one really pulling the strings.
Right.
And then at the very end, there's that big reveal. Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I remember it being someone really big, but Mahershala Ali. I mean, who's bigger than that?
And the like
Blade.
2 minutes that he was in it. I mean, he's such a great actor because he's intimidating, and you're like, I walked out of there like, dude, let's get a sequel right now. And then, you know, pandemic came, and I kind of like honestly forgot about it until recently. I mean, we were talking about this the other day about them making a second one, but this is exciting news, right? I mean, it's kind of really awesome news that they're swearing a virtual blood oath.
Right.
I'm taking that to the grave, James Cameron. I will take that to the virtual grave. If I don't get an Alita Battle Angel 2, I'm going to hunt you down in the virtual afterlife. So... it's a great concept, great heart, great acting. I mean, it's been a couple of years now since I've seen it, but I remember Christoph Waltz, he's always got a standout performance, but a lot of the times his more standout performances are like Inglourious Bastards or where he's the bad guy.
Right.
Obviously, you haven't seen Django, I don't think, but he's a good guy in that, at least, but he's like a really, really good guy in this, you know, like a fatherly figure. And man, he really pulls it out of you. Like the relationship between the two of them was awesome. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it now that we're talking about it. Because
I know, right? I was thinking about it too. I was thinking, man, it's been too long since I've went back and seen this damn movie too.
Good movie. Great movie.
Check it out. But guys, pardon me. You guys are seeing this information, this blood pact between Cameron and Rodriguez. What are you guys' thoughts on that? What do you guys think of the original Alita Battle Angel? Are you excited to hear this news? Do you want a sequel? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. All right. With that down, we're going to jump into our fourth main topic today. And our fourth main topic today is this. Lucas, just not that long ago, we were talking about Donald Glover being Miles Morales or being Spider-Man, because there was always that, you know, rumor and fan casted, you know, he wanted to do it. Then he was in Spider-Man No Way Home
as his uncle.
as like uncle to
as the
Miles,
Prowler,
right?
Yeah.
And so we always, you know, I was saying on this channel the other day that I predict that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 2 will end with Miles Morales' character coming into live action.
Yeah.
And in doing so, me and Trevor talked back and forth about who could be, and I'm jokingly, I said, how about Donald Glover? And he's like, well, he's a little old now, ain't he? And I'm like, yeah, maybe that's true, but he could play something or somebody.
Or at least bring him back as the Prowler, right?
Right. Well, we have this news coming to us here from the Hollywood Reporter. If I could get it to come up, there we go. That Donald Glover is set to star in and produce a Spider-Man-based movie on the villain that he will play called the Hypno Hustler. And I'll tell you what, this is the most goddamned Donald Glover news a brother could hear. I love you, Donald Glover. You're an idiot, bro. Let's check out a little bit of this article, because this is just hilarious. Donald Glover is finally getting a Spider-Man movie. it's just not quite what you think. Glover is attached to star and produce a feature set Sony Pictures Spider-Man universe of Marvel Comics characters. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter Miles Murphy, the son of actor and comedian Eddie Murphy, is on board to write the project, which has no title currently, but will revolve around the Hypno Hustler, one of the more obscure Spider-Man villains. Created by Bill Mantlo, the writer who also created Rocket Raccoon, and the artist Frank Springer, Hypno Hustler was very much a product of the disco scene when he first appeared in Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man number 24 in 1978. His real name was Antonio Del Sion, the leader of a band called the Mercy Killers, and used hypnosis technology in his instruments on his audience in order to rob them. That is great. This is great. I want to quickly. This is the Hypno Hustler here. The guy with the guitar under Spider-Man. That's just. I hope it looks just fucking like that.
Give me the groove,
I want
baby.
the
Give me the
full white
funk.
suit. I want the white and pink goggles, and you better be carrying a guitar around 98% of the time I see you in this damn costume, Donald Glover. This sounds awesome, man. This is crazy. This is one of those in a world where we get a Toe Jam and Earl movie.
Yeah.
Apparently we get some dude, none of us, even like the most comic book person's like, the Hypno what now? Basically, it's a play on Jimi Hendrix. He's so good at the guitar that it hypnotized us all, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what this is, more or less. And hey, look, who better to play it than another man who's hypnotized us with his music constantly?
Yeah.
Donald Glover, or as we know him,
Childish Gambino.
The Childish Gambino. So yeah, this is really cool, man. Exciting to hear. Lucas, I know for a fact that you are a huge fan of Donald Glover. And I know for a fact that you are an even bigger fan of white tights and a pink guitar.
I am.
Tell me your thoughts.
This is insane. I'm like, if I hadn't just looked it up on my own, and whatnot, I don't think I'd have believed you, because this is crazy. So it's set in the Sony villain universe, right? That they're setting up with Kraven the Hunter and Venom and stuff like that, right? Or it's not MCU continuity.
No, it's Spunk or whatever. Remember?
Yeah,
Spunk.
Sony's Spider-Man, Marvel Cinematic.
Right? Spunk or whatever.
Right.
What a stupid freaking.
Yeah.
Come on, man. All the millions of dollars, you guys couldn't have come up with something better than that? Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. Well, they came up with Morbius too, so.
Right. And they cast Jared Leto, so I mean, this is on a streak of shit.
No, this sounds. I mean, this sounds crazy, like batshit crazy. But dude,
it sounds like Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah, it does.
Get out of here.
But
Toe Jam and Earl. Wait, produced by Steph Curry. What the hell?
We live in a world, man.
What world are we? What's that thing called? The thing that they're using to mess with the weather that's causing our realities to
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Swarm or whatever the hell it's called. Yeah.
Satellite stuff. Yeah,
is that really happening?
It could be. It could be.
Gotta be, man.
We are not on God's timeline anymore.
This is crazy.
That being said, we look like we're moving towards the funk timeline. You know what I mean? A little Hypno Hustler.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm really, really curious to see what this looks like, because I was just, I've never heard of Hypno Hustler before this. I was just looking it up on Wikipedia. There's a couple appearances, his original version, whatever, is he plays the music and then ends up robbing them.
Yeah, they all get hypnotized and he goes around and steals all their money.
So is it going to be a villain movie, or is it going to be kind of like Venom or Morbius, where it's a villain hero?
So from what I understand is the one of the big reasons he went with this is because even real deep comic people don't know who this character is or any of his origins, right? Mm-hmm. So that means if they do
Screw it
whatever
up.
the fuck they want.
Right.
And they say, oh, well, Hypno Hustler is a good guy now, or whatever they say. Even real hardcore comic book fans are going to go, well, who the hell is that anyway?
Well, and that was what I was saying is I when I looked it up, there was a comic run like Spider-Man Reign or something where Hypno Hustler actually does. He's retired at this point. You know, he's done. They're all old, but there's some, you know, whatever. The big bad Spider-Man needs his help, and he comes back and actually does help him. Ends up like sacrificing his life for it. So, you know, maybe we could see something like that. I'm also curious to see what this means for the character that he played in Homecoming, because I was kind of, I mean, you know, there's still time for them to bring it back, but I would like to see. I was always hoping that they would bring that character back, because not, you know, by bringing that back, that is Miles Morales' uncle, so maybe that's your introduction into it, and maybe we could still get that. And we do live in a world where he could be the Prowler in the MCU and the Hypno Hustler in the Spunk or whatever.
Well, I just want to live in a world where he's the Hypno Hustler.
I do too. I do too.
Let's start there. That's the other thing I was going to say. This could be one of those scenarios of interdimensional Cable from Rick and Morty, where they're just boom, boom, and you get to one channel where the Hypno Hustler played by Donald Glover. What the hell?
Well, and
in the Spider-Man universe,
but I do. But
would
I do
one
love
day
that.
we see him on screen with Venom or some shit? And
Maybe.
Like,
right. Him and Morbius and Venom.
There's
and
like a
Kraven
team up,
Hunter.
right? And Michael Keaton's we should team up.
Yeah.
Well, you're a pretty bad guy, aren't you, Dr.
And they're
Morbius?
facing that like Spider-Man wrestler, the Spider-Muerta or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Hopefully it's fun, though. I imagine this being a ton of fun. It's Donald Glover, man. If he's writing and producing it,
with
I imagine.
Eddie Murphy's son.
And with Eddie Murphy's son, this is going to be a comedy movie.
But that being said, I really hope that they do, like, they're not trying to set this up as part of the bigger universe that they're setting up, or even multiverse. I mean, multiverse is one thing.
I think they're going to try to keep it more grounded into itself.
Which is awesome, which is what I love. You know, like, I love that we get
they
Marvel.
learned their lesson with Morbius.
I love that we get Marvel's streamline, like, one, you know, universe, really, at least so far. Same with, like, DCU, how we get to have a Batman, but then we get to have the DCU. We'll see about that. But you know what I mean? Like, you get to have your main storylines, but then you do get, like, interdimensional Cable. And if you lean into that, you don't try to make it part of the bigger picture. It's just a dude who plays the funk and rocks you. You know what I mean?
And
like a funky Robin
if
Hood.
you do, you have it at, like, the very end, like a post-credit scene. The movie's over, but... You know, now the Hypno Hustler is a good guy, and he's just performing for a crowd, and everyone's getting down, and you pan over, and there's Tom Hardy sitting in the crowd, having a drink, just watching the Hypno Hustler.
Or maybe Miles Morales.
Well, that would be harder, because there is you don't introduce a character like that. You don't just show Miles Morales in a post-credit scene.
But what you were just saying with Across the Spider-Verse, too, how it was going to end, maybe with him coming to a live action. I mean, you know.
Sure. But it'd make more sense to see, like I said, Tom Hardy sitting over there, because again,
or you know, Adrian Toomes, or
definitely
whatever,
a dude you'd see at a bar,
for sure.
And maybe he doesn't know nothing about. Maybe he was just there to have a drink,
right?
Even that makes sense for that character. So
it does.
And you could always say that. You could be like, well, shit, if it never connects, you could be like, well. Tom Hardy, what's his name?
Eddie Brock.
Yeah, Eddie Brock just didn't know that the dude was the Hypno Hustler. He was just there for a drink.
Bigger
that
things
night.
to worry about.
Yeah,
you know,
no doubt.
whatever.
Like a piece of him being left in another universe and shit. You know. But yeah, guys, you guys are checking this out. The god dang Hypno Hustler, Donald Glover. Let me bring up this face one more time. Look at that face. That is a mugshot if I've ever seen one. Donald Glover, what are you doing, man? Are those my chains? Give me back my chains, Donald Glover. But yeah, this is crazy. You guys are hearing this. Donald Glover is the Hypno Hustler in the Spider-Man universe, written by Eddie Murphy's son. This all has good written all over it already. But what do you guys think? What are you guys' thoughts on this? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, with that down, we are going to move into our fifth and final main topic today. And our fifth and final main topic today is this. So, Lucas, it was just a few weeks
I
ago
know.
that we got to get all hype and throw a party and fire the smoker
Cry
up and smoke for the whole family. And God, we just had a blast because Henry Cavill came out
2 months.
and said, I'm going to pull the cape out of the closet and I'm going to be your Superman again. And a little piece of me, a small piece of me that I didn't even know was deep down inside of me in the dormant, soulless version of whatever my soul is. And when he said that, like, it twinkled and I became me again. And I was just content with the world that we had Henry Cavill back as Superman. Even when they told me it cost me Geralt. Even when they told me it cost me Geralt, I said, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know what? Sacrifices must be made for the one true Superman. And now here it is. A couple months later, James Gunn, Peter Safran have taken over on the DC Warner Brothers front. And Henry Cavill has jumped on Twitter to let us know that the death of the Man of Steel has happened yet again. And this is coming to us from Screen Rant. Henry Cavill officially out as Superman, as the DCU plans a younger version. Let's read through some of this very sadly. Henry Cavill is no longer Superman for the DC universe. That was a hard line to get through. As James Gunn plans for a younger version of Clark Kent to be introduced. After years of uncertainty around his involvement in DC's shared universe, a surprise return in Black Adam's post-credit scene signaled to audiences that Henry Cavill was back. This was further confirmed when Henry Cavill himself made a public announcement on his Instagram sharing the news that he was coming back as the DCU Superman, with reports circulating that Man of Steel 2 was in development. What happened, guys? The status of Henry Cavill's future of Superman changed once James Gunn and Peter Safran were named CEOs of DC Studios. And it has now been confirmed by both the actor, co-CEO, that Henry Cavill is no longer going to be the DCU Superman. As Gunn announced on his social media, the DCU will reshift the focus to a younger Superman and will recast the role. Henry Cavill also shared the news on his Instagram. The Hollywood Reporter reports that Gunn is writing the new Superman movie, which is said to follow Clark Kent as a reporter for the Daily Planet. See both posts from Gunn and Cavill below, and let's check those out. Specifically, I want to check out this one here. This is coming to us from Henry Cavill on his Twitter or Instagram, whatever this is. He says, I have just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens, and I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit, we will. But then we must remember, Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists. And the examples he sets for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all, onwards and upwards. This absolutely hurts, man.
Crying.
This sucks, dude. First of all, let's just start off by saying, Henry Cavill, you are a hell of a human being.
You are Superman.
You are a Superman, bro. There's no there's no better way to say, hey, I just got fucked over by just going, hey, good luck to all of you.
Well, you know,
and at the end of the day, that's kind of what happened here. And like I said, this really hurts. As someone, I mean, I don't even know how you do this to the fans. I understand they just took over. I understand that things have to be different now. The other thing that's real curious about this is the Dwayne Johnson part of it, right?
Yeah.
There's now rumors coming around circulating that he kind of manipulated DC and tried to do. We'll talk about that probably maybe this weekend if we do a show or on Monday. But yeah, you have to wonder that, right? Because he really campaigned for all of this. He was the one that pressured them into announcing, or putting him into Black Adam and all of these things. And they have the same agent. They're supposed to be friends. And God, I think also what this means overwhelmingly is that, this isn't being said, but Black Adam's dead as well. I mean,
I think everything.
I think every single thing that we have seen, we'll still see Blue Beetle, we'll still see Flashpoint, we'll still see those movies, but
they're not going to be part of the
I think
DCU,
they're just, they're going to be the end of the Snyder verse or whatever you want to call it.
DCEU, if you will.
Yeah. And I'm happy to in order to build a new, you must destroy the old. And I understand that. And I'm happy to know that we're moving forward with a clean slate, because that is the best way to do it. It hurts, but the best way to do it is to try to morph in some of the characters and take away others was just going to be a clusterfuck.
Well, even the movies that they've made already were kind of.
It just wasn't going to be an option, so they didn't have.
Not easily, yeah.
They didn't have much of a choice but to do what they did. So I completely understand them doing what they did, but as a fan and them just announcing this really hurts. This sucks. This really, really just blows, man. And I feel more for anyone, for Henry Cavill. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy gave up Geralt to play the goddamn role, and now,
y'all couldn't have told
he's
him
not
before.
going to be Geralt.
I mean, come on.
And there's the news about him playing the Warhammer 40,000 character.
Yeah.
I don't even care to cover that, because you know what? Who
either.
knows what that is? Who the hell knows what that is? That
Henry
game
Cavill,
came out not even a year ago. So who the hell knows what Warhammer 40,000 is? I mean, even if they would have said something like he's playing the God of War, at least I know what the hell the God of War game franchise is. I don't care that he's playing Warhammer 40,000. That doesn't excite me. I loved him as Geralt. I loved him as Superman. This sucks, and I hate freaking this shit, man. It sucks. It really does. But Lucas, you're hearing this shit. What do you think, man?
Yeah, was it last night or 2 nights ago? It was last night, right?
Yeah, last night.
Yeah, I like as soon, because I have Henry Cavill's notifications on Instagram because I love that dude. And as soon as it popped up, I was like, oh, I mean, like as you were reading his Instagram post, and even just now, I'm like tearing up about it because, first of all, his symbol, at least in the Man of Steel version, means hope. And, that dude, that post there gave me hope. He did that's a shitty situation for all of us, but specifically for him. And he handled it with grace, aplomb, and gave us a bit of hope. I mean, he is so much Superman, it hurts, right? Because what a way for him to do it. All that being said, one, he announced his return early October. James Gunn and Peter Safran took over late October. I mean, like, if nothing else, this shows you the state of affairs that they are picking things up from. That they're telling you, hey, go ahead, we're making a Man of Steel 2. We're doing all this, that on the way out. I mean, we should have probably recognized that this was something like this was going to happen. Yeah. Because I mean, I was so overjoyed.
I think Dwayne Johnson forced their hands. I really do.
Well, I think maybe not forced, but they were on the way out. They're like, sure, you can do whatever you want to, man. We're done here anyway. So
maybe.
But that being said, man, it does hurt because I've always had so much hope. Like, I love Zack Snyder. I loved his vision for it. The minute that kind of went off track, was when I was like, okay, well, I don't know. I don't really have hope that this is going to ever come back. But then you get like the, Zack Snyder release of the Justice League, and then you get Superman back, and it looks like, they could have maybe got things back on track. Do I blame James Gunn and Peter Safran for just saying, screw it, we're gonna go from the get-go and we're gonna start fresh? I don't. And I'm excited to see that new take. Once it comes, I know I'm gonna love it, but it just right now it hurts. We've talked, on the show a couple times, right, that James Gunn's maybe big picture plan is Kingdom Come. So I guess the only thing I'm hoping for now is that, because he says he wants to go with a younger Superman. I get that. Maybe,
I said that. Maybe they give us this old, grizzled,
and it's Henry Cavill
Superman for Kingdom Come.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
Yeah, I don't see it happening at this point. I mean, what really sucks, man, is I literally just seen Henry Cavill on the screen as Superman just a month or two ago.
Yeah.
I just seen it. So all that did was make me be like, oh, wow, I'm going to get to... And I remember...
And just shut it down. Well, imagine being Henry Cavill.
Talking about like what it could be about. I was like, yeah, we're going to finally get to see him be the real
Brainiac.
Superman. He's going to fly around just saving cats and shit. I don't care. I just want to see him be Superman and not that, beginning version of himself, the Man of Steel version, which I love too, but I was just so excited to finally
we got through that. We got through him dying.
And he's got the colorful suit now because he's Superman
because he's
now.
Gone back,
and now it's just like that. It's gone. Superman's gone.
So another thing I want to say too then is that I haven't really we haven't gotten too much stuff, information, or what details about what James Gunn and Peter Safran's plan is. And the things that we have got, I'm all here for it. I'm ready for a clean slate and all of that. This is the first thing that they've done, though, that actually pissed me off. Because I'm like, not them doing it in general, because I get it. Start with a clean slate if you want to. But, I know you guys only took over, 2 weeks after he announced his return. But, somebody should have at least told Henry Cavill, right, that their plan wasn't gonna be that. Why is it now 2 months later, after we've gotten to live in this hope of a new Superman, a new Superman movie with Henry Cavill back for 2 months, why now are we dropping this? Why wouldn't somebody have stopped that from happening? And why? I just feel for Henry Cavill, man. I feel his heart breaking in that post. He was as much in the dark about this as we were, and I don't think that's James Gunn or Peter Safran's fault at the end of the day. Just a crummy situation. But the last thing I think I will say, though, is that James Gunn's tapped. I mean, he said he was going to write the new Superman movie, right, with the younger one. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not going to lie. I don't want... I love James Gunn. I mean, I even enjoyed the Suicide Squad. Not my favorite superhero movie, but I really enjoy the Guardians movies. I love, James Gunn has a very unique style, and I love it. And when it's great, it's great. But I do not see that working for Superman. I mean, people were complaining about Superman being too dark and brooding and like Batman, but now you're going to get him throwing dodgeballs at an alien dog thing like Drax. I'm just worried about that much of it. With James Gunn, I don't think he's going to take it serious enough. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll surprise us.
I worry about that too,
but I'm cool with the younger Superman, and I'm gonna miss Henry Cavill.
Yep, we are, and and like I said, you are never gonna see a video up on this channel anytime soon about Henry Cavill playing some character that I could give a damn about. Give me Henry Cavill doing something I give a damn about, and it'll be the main topic of every show that we ever have in this damn studio.
I think are you talking about Warhammer?
Yeah, Warhammer 40,000.
The only reason I care about it is because I can tell that he does. I mean, it's him that
cool.
I know. I
understand.
I
get it.
Yeah.
And there's lots of stuff that it has going for it. To be honest with you, but the thing is that what has it got going for it that's anywhere close to Superman, bro? Nothing. Or even Geralt. I would have rather continued to have him play The Witcher,
that's
man.
Another thing, and I will say, I'm glad that they didn't go back on that too, because we got, him retiring from that and Liam Hemsworth's going to pick it up. But if we were to wake up this morning after, Superman's no more, he's back as Geralt, that would have made it even worse.
It was opposite. We woke up this morning and they were like, oh yeah, just to let you know, just because he's not Superman anymore, he's not coming back as Geralt.
Well, no, and that's what I'm saying is that I'm glad that at least that's sticking, because you don't want to talk like it's
because it's
so
toxic.
messed up.
Yes. You can't just now you do it to Liam
and forth.
Right?
Exactly.
What the hell? Right.
And
Cavill wouldn't do that.
Right.
That's the difference between him. Look at this damn Instagram post.
Yep.
The man is nothing short of a goddamn angel.
Yeah.
And this is the way you treat him?
Right, man, and
go be James Bond. Announce Henry Cavill as James Bond,
I want.
And I will get a 70-foot statue of it to go behind me, and we will make it the main topic of the show for a year.
Yes,
until that damn movie comes out. Give me that. Give me something.
No, I agree. I totally agree. And I'll say this last thing. I bet you anything when he found out he wasn't coming back. More specifically, when Netflix found out he wasn't coming back as Superman. I bet they were like, "Ooh, I wonder if we're gonna get Geralt back." I bet you it did come down to Henry being like, "No, I'm not gonna do that
no
to
way,
Liam.
yeah.
I'm not gonna do that to the fans."
Nope.
Like, it is what it is. It's a crummy situation, but let's all take Henry's attitude about it. Let's hope for the future, and passing of the mantle is.
It's like he says,
accurate.
this news isn't the easiest, but that's life.
It is.
And at the end of the day, that's life, guys. And you guys are seeing this, man. I know we just talked about Henry Cavill being Superman here on the channel, and now we have to, mourn. We need one of those from Justice League, the big statue, of dead Superman. Yeah, right. But anyways, guys, what are you guys' thoughts on all this? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right. With that down, that is it. That concludes our main topics today. We're going to jump over in the chat. We've had a pretty active chat today. Let's see. Jesse's back today. What's up, Jesse? He's been super busy the past few weeks. That's okay, Jesse. It's okay to be busy, man. It's Christmas time, dude. Everybody's busy right now. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What else do we have? He asked if I've seen Bullet Train. I have seen Bullet Train. We have not talked about it here on the show, but I have seen it. And then you say you will be in town December 24th. Let's discuss it when you're in town. Yeah, like I said, shoot me a text. We'll definitely figure it out. CERN was the thing we were talking about, the weather thing.
Oh,
is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, Matt says Soviet Superman or nothing then, right?
Absolutely. Give me that red sign.
Give me it now.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, just get...
Maybe you've ruined Superman already. Just make him a commie.
Right. Just make it right. No doubt. Jesse, we have a new channel membership up. I don't know. You say you joined the channel membership, but I don't see a badge next to your name. So maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe you did
it. A bronze level perk, maybe a diamond.
No, it's just it's basic level perk. You just the dark blue just means you just joined. But yeah, there's a membership up on the channel. Like I said at the beginning of the show, make sure you guys go check it out. We really appreciate all the support. It helps us keep bringing this channel and keep improving it for you guys. Also, we have that video up for the Xbox Series S we're giving away. Go check that out and spread the love on those videos. It's been a lot of fun today. I've been joined again by my friend, colleague, and co-host, Lucas Farney. Lucas, where can people find you at, buddy?
Instagram, Twitter, at Lucas_Farney, and after this news about Henry Cavill in my room crying, probably.
Yeah, for sure. And guys, you know where to find me. It's right there at Keaton Toothman on Twitter. Go follow me there. Make sure you guys are liked and subscribed to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button. I see 4 of you in here. Make sure we got 4 thumbs up before this video is over. And then make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can have your movie news when you need it and where you need it. And we will be back here maybe to do an Avatar open spoiler type of discussion so I can give you my full review and really get to tear down that movie. Can't wait to do that. And then other than that, we will be back here on Monday, same bat time, same bat place. We have some filming going on this weekend for a movie we're making, so hopefully we get all that finished, squared away, and we'll be back here Monday, and I will see you guys then.